Hey there and welcome back. So today I'm going to be doing a quick swatch video and a little demonstration of the Egoista builder gels that she's just released. They're beautiful glittery colors. Some of them I don't think I'm gonna be able to keep in stock, but I wanted to show you guys how much fun and how sparkly these are. So they are thicker than some of the other gels we'll see today, but I'm just showing you the brush here. This is the Nero Merlot 1 from Crystal Nails. It's a shorter, denser, natural haired brush. And I chose this brush because of how thick these gels are. So let's get into it. Okay, so let's start by just taking the lids off. So this is Chameleon. Can you guys see those green and gold? There's a little bit of coppery in there too, but look how pretty that glitter is. So that's Chameleon. And then we have Galaxy, which I'm sure everybody's gonna love. Check that one out. Beautiful purple, pink, blue, everybody's favorite colors. Then we have Cosmos. It's hard to see in here, but there's little tiny bits, I think, of silver, and there's the odd like goldy color in there. Trying to move this so you guys can see, but the reflection. So that's Cosmos, and the last one is Superstar. So this one is more of a clear with gold and greens and blues. It's really pretty. So I'm just gonna move these off to the side, and we're gonna start with Chameleon. So like I said to you guys before, these gels are a little thicker than the gels that she normally produces. So some of you are gonna love that, some of you are gonna hate that. But I don't want you guys to think that they're crazy thick, because they still self-level. They just are a slower moving gel. So they're like, I don't know, the consistency of honey maybe. Can you see that? So if I scoop that, see how it stays on my brush? Let me see if I can show you guys. If I move that out of the way. If I turn that, you can see how it kind of just moves. It's not crazy thick, and it is settling out, but it's not like falling off the brush, right? So this is Chameleon. I'm just gonna swatch it on a stick for you. Mariana's done really well, and she's provided us with a bunch of swatch sticks for our customers also. So when you guys order these, you will also, the first few of you are gonna get some swatch sticks included in your order. So I'm just gonna put this on. I'm gonna paint it on just so that you can see, because you can build with this. It is a builder, or you can also paint it on thin. So I'm just gonna try and do a little bit thicker at what would be the cuticle, and then just pull it out so that it kind of fades towards the tip. But I wanna make sure I cover all my sides, because you know, you guys are all watching me, judging me. Okay. So it's hard to tell on camera, but there it is. And now if I put it over the black, it shows really, really gold, right? Super pretty. But like I said, you can build with it. You can fade it out. You can do cuticle bling. You can do all those kinds of things with it. Really pretty, versatile color. Great for fall. Great for all those backgrounds with leaves and things like that. Great for Halloween. So if you still got time for Halloween nails, I would put this in your little kit. Oh. And then wiping my brush. Again, it has glitter, right? So you want to try and wipe it to get all the glitter off. So this one I usually pinch right away, but this one I've wiped. Now I'm going to pick a clean spot, and now I'm going to fold it over and I'm going to pinch. Okay, so then it comes out pretty clean. Glitter gels always can be a bit of a pain. So that was Chameleon. Now let's do Galaxy. This one's so pretty. And they all have a very similar consistency, you can see. Isn't that satisfying to watch? I could just sit here and stir that pot all day. I love the swirls. So one thing too is when you're applying these, if you do swirl the top, it's going to give you that little bit of a Milky Way sort of a look, right? So let's do a quick swatch of Galaxy. So as you can see, I'm picking up from the inside of my pot. I pick up and then I drop it down and I pick it up again to get that tail and just turn it in like that. I've always picked up my gels that way. I don't like making a mess of the outside of my pot. So I'm going to just put it in at my cuticle. And I'm working my tip upside down, right? Moving it from side to side to make sure it's covering and then just pulling it out with gentle but even pressure, right? You want to make sure that you have nice coverage, but you're not dragging all your product away like what I just did right there. So I'll just pick up a little bit more to put it in there. See? It's hard to show you guys, but see how we got it, whoops, a bit thicker at the cuticle and then thinner towards the free edge? And then I just got gel all over myself. But how pretty is that? I can see this being used lots by itself, on its own. So if we apply it thicker, if we take this and we put it in thick, not thick like crazy thick, but thick enough like you're gonna build the whole nail. So you can see it now. That's what it looks like now. Now I'm gonna add some more product to it. I'm not filling my tip completely because you're not gonna build a nail 5 or 6 millimeters thick. That's just wrong, right? But see how it levels? I'm gonna show you guys from the top too how this levels out. It'll be super slow on a tip because there's no body heat to kind of warm up the gel and get it to move. But let's just check this out now. I should do these side by side. See how much more vibrant and pretty that is? If you build it a little bit thicker, then you just spread it out. Not that it's not pretty the other way, but this is like really pretty. So these ones cure in UV and LED. And you know me, I always think that you should cure things longer than shorter. And just because one thing cures for a minute in your lamp doesn't mean everything's gonna cure for a minute in your lamp. So let's always be conscious of that stuff. I believe that part of the reason we have so many allergies is because we're just not curing things long enough. We're all impatient. So I swirled my brush around in there. You can see it now. It's all settled out and smoothed down again. So that was Galaxy from Egoista. The next one we're going to do is Cosmos, because why not do 2 fun ones in a row? This is the pink one. And look at this. I'm trying to do this so that the light's not reflecting so bad for you guys, but let me tell you. But look at that. Look how pretty that is. Oh, these are so, I was so impressed when she sent me this PR box. Like, I couldn't believe it. And so I know we had been talking about it a few months ago. She was talking about some new pinks and stuff, and I was pretty excited about that. But when I opened the box and I seen these, I was like, oh my gosh, Mariana, like these are crazy. They're beautiful. So let's get this one swatched. This one's Cosmos. And I'll do the same thing. We'll just swatch it right off the hop like we would if you were building on a nail. So I'm gonna pick up, I know it looks huge on camera, but it's not. And I'm picking up enough to do the whole nail, right? So if we put that into perspective, it's not as bad as it looks. They say the camera adds 10 pounds. That's why you'll rarely see my face. Okay, pull it out and turn my brush to the side like a knife. I didn't get quite enough product to do that. So I'm just gonna I'm turning my brush to the side and using it like a knife. When I do that, what it does is it lets me slowly move product around without digging any big holes in it. Whereas if I use my brush flat and I do this, I might be pulling product where I don't want it, taking it away from places where I do want it. So I find that turning my brush on the sharp side and using it like a knife, it's similar to using a liner brush, but I already have this brush in my hand. So I'm just gonna pick up a bit more. And I was thinking about these too, these builder gels. These are great for backgrounds for chunky glitters. You could add more glitters to them if you wanted to. Also, they would look stunning if you decided to do chrome over top of them, because then you would have that glitter shine through, right? And have that chromey finish on the top. It would be beautiful. Okay, so get that all settled in there. See how nice and pretty that is and all the dimension? I just love these ones. And I mean, use them over color, use them thin, you build with them, use them for accents. Like they're thin enough, I think you could get it, or sorry, not thin enough. They're thick enough and their consistency is nice enough. I think you could even do some line work and stuff with them. So, I mean, they're not just like a one color builder. Like you got to think of different ways you can use them at your desk. I know it's hard sometimes to be innovative because you're already thinking of all your designs and the things that you have to do. But sometimes if we can think of different ways to use the things we have at our desk, it makes, you know, our jobs a little bit easier and more fun. And you feel like you get a better bang for your buck because you can use your products for more than just one thing, right? So this is Superstar. All I can think of when I see this is, oh, there's a few things, but really I think of Ghetto Superstar. Do you remember that song? It's probably not called that. And then the movie Superstar. I think of that movie Superstar all the time. I'm probably dating myself, but here we are. So this is Superstar. Again, a beautiful, beautiful color that I think coming into this winter season with all the snowflakes, and this would be a great background for stuff. This would be fun to use with foils. Like, so much fun. Just gonna grab a little bit more so I can get a better cover in that. Make sure that I'm side to side, not pulling stuff away from where I want it. Whoops. Turn it to the side like a knife, like that. And then just pull my product down. I know I look like I'm putzing around in here, but I am kind of trying to draw it out so that you guys can see how I'm using my brush and stuff. I know that sometimes, because I've been doing this for a long time, I don't think about it. And I just do my brush movements and then I get messages afterwards saying, hey, how did you do that? So I'm trying to show you guys. So this is Superstar. Lots of golds, greens, blues, pinks in there. So cute. I'll show you the swatches that she sent to us also, sorry. But I just thought it would be more fun for us to kind of swatch. I want to show you two from the side. I'm trying to decide which one is going to be easiest to see. Let's do the blue one. Let's do Galaxy. Because I want to show you guys how, since I swatched this one under, I'm going to do this over top. And I'm going to see if I can turn my brush to the side so you guys can see how it moves. Like, it's hard to explain, but it does settle in really nice. I'm just going to pick up a small amount. I'm going to put what I like to call my slip layer down. All this is just a thin layer of whatever builder I'm using. And I don't cure it. I just lay it down. And what it does is it helps this little layer against your client, or you for that matter, is going to warm up. And as it warms up, it's going to soften a bit. And so what that does is that when I pick up my bead that I'm going to use for building, and I place it, what it's going to do is it's going to allow this bead to sit but still settle. So I'm going to just pick it up, put it down at my cuticle, and I'm going to start working it side to side and coming up my nail. And as I come up my nail, because this is an almond shape, I'm going to slightly taper this. So I'm not going all the way to the sides because I don't want my almonds to look thick and chunky, okay? And then when I get to the end, they're just gonna get smaller. And then I turn my brush again on the side, use it like a knife, and I just gently feather my product out so that I'm creating that nice shape. Get in on this side, I can see I'm low over here, like that. And see how it's settled in? Like there's not, I don't know if you guys can see that. It's not lumpy and bumpy, even though you think it might be because it's a big, you know, it's a thicker builder. But it does settle out quite nicely. But if I turn it to the side, I mean, this is gonna be not quite the same example because it's not body heat. But if I turn it to the side, my product is gonna fall to the side. It's gonna be hard to show you that. Let's see. Yeah, it's not showing. So if you apply this to your client and they turn their hand, their body heat's going to make this move a little bit faster, right? Because this tip is pretty cold. So if you're turning it all the way to the side, all your product's going to run to the side. If it's running really fast, that's generally a rule of thumb. That means you have too much product applied. If it's just slowly starting to shift, you have a little too much, but it's not too bad, or your product could just be, you know, not super runny, but just have more movement. So keep that in mind when you're choosing. But like this is, like you can see by the line of light, it's pretty smooth, the application. It's a very easy gel to use. So that's that one. We kind of showed you how to sculpt it. I'm just going to grab the swatches that she did for us to show you. Clean off my brush, put my lid on, and you did watch me do that. It's a bad habit I have. I do it gloves or no gloves, and I shouldn't. Put my lid on. Just so you guys know, this Neuro Merlot 1 I have had for probably, I don't know, 12 years. I use it for color application. I use it for builder. I use it for all kinds of different things. It's a natural haired brush. So it does, if you take care of them, they do last for a long time. Okay. Oh, now I got them stuck in my basket that I pulled for you guys. That's fine. Here they are. Sorry. Why would I be prepared? So this is, I don't want to give you guys a peek of what's coming next. So I'm going to keep those off camera. So these are the swatches that she made for us on the stiletto sticks. They are so cute. They turned out so good. I'm hoping that those higher numbers mean that, I think what it means, it's part of a release, but I'm hoping it means that there's more glittery colors coming because I just really like them. So these are the new Egoista Builder Gels. They come in 30 ml pots. They cure in UV, LED. I'm going to list all the info down below. You can get them here at the pink chair. Thanks for watching.